Just want to let you guys know, man, my YouTube career is coming over soon. It's going to be done. Had a reality check yesterday. Seen a couple of things, man. All I want to do is spend time with this fool and just watch him grow. Spend too much time on social media. I will post on my other social medias, but YouTube has taken up too much of my time, man. And I just want to be around this kid. You know what I mean? I love this boy, and I really need to start being more of a dad and spending way more time with them, making more memories with them, because, you know, we can all pass away soon. Life's short, and I just want to play with this boy. I get to babysit him every morning now, and it's cool. I get to spend time with him now. We're having fun. We're gonna eat some noodles.
Yeah.
Noodles.
Yeah.
All right, tell everybody bye. I love you guys, bro. And I'm gonna start being a dad a hell of a lot more, man. So
Bye.
my YouTube career is gonna be over pretty soon, man.
Bye.
Maybe in about a month. Bye. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
Buenos dias, Gunners Collective TV. Back at it, you already know. Like a torta with some bad habits. Bye up, bye up. Let's get to the intro. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't already hit that like and subscribe button, make sure you do that. Put your notification bell on all so that way you're directing the direction of the dope content that I stay kicking. And I appreciate all the support, man. I'm very humbled by it. So you know what? I got to send mines out to Jay Hands from Renegade Media, man. He gained a lot of respect right there by the words that he spoke. And I agree, man. I agree that sometimes you have to take a step back and figure out your priorities. Sometimes you have to recognize and realize that, man, this is a small world after all. This is a crazy world, right? And sometimes, man, you need to focus on what means the most to you. Now, every person is different. And I know there's a lot of you out there, man, that think that I'm happy that Renegade Media is going to hang up his boots on YouTube or is going to, mysteriously disappear off of YouTube. No mystery about it. The man said straight up, and I respect it, why he's taking a step back. Now, that doesn't mean that's absolutely in concrete and that's what he's going to do. You know, I feel the same way sometimes, like, man, you know, you get tired of all the bullshit and the drama and the hatred. And, you know, you have to have very thick skin to be a content creator. And when you got people coming at you from every direction all the time, every day, it starts to irritate you. It starts to make you reflect and think of, why are you doing this in the first place? Well, the fact is, each man does what he does for his own reasoning. You know, I'm not going to sit here and speak for Jay Hands whatsoever, but I can't speak on a situation of feeling the same way, even recently. Now, one thing I'll say about Jay Hands is, although we don't see eye to eye and there's some words that have been spoken, you know, I respect the man. I respect someone who puts family first. I respect someone who loves his children and is trying to be the best father and a provider that he can be, period. Now, we don't agree on topics. We don't agree on content. And it's not out of a hatred bone in my body. It's more so out of trying to see the longevity of that man's life and knowing that there's certain things in the game, having been an ex-gang member, having been part of that, right, that you just should never speak on no matter what. Okay, but at the same time, that's not what this content is about. That's not what this video is about. This video is about a man who has decided to allegedly step away from social media and specifically YouTube because he wants to focus more on his child. Kudos to that, man. I respect it. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. If you've noticed, my content has been infrequent the last week, this whole last week, right? Here's the facts. This is why. It has nothing to do with all these fucking weird people hating on me. It has nothing to do with all the heat I'm catching for whatever the reason I'm catching. It has nothing to do with any of that. It has to do with the passing of Rascal Homie Hangout and how it has affected me. You know, when you talk to a person, not periodically, but at least once or twice a week, and you become friends and you become acquaintances and you become an acquaintances with each other's families and lives and what they're going through, you know, and then they're suddenly taken from us, right? They're suddenly, their life is gone, you know. For some people, that's a hard pill to swallow. And for me, that just lets me know that life is precious. And every second that we're here, we need to make something out of it. We need to create a legacy for our children. We need to create a foundation or some type of financial stability for our children. And so with him passing suddenly over the weekend, this last weekend, man, the weekend's coming up and it's kind of like, wow, 1 week without the homie hangout, man. And it's affected me a little bit. I haven't been in the mood to create content. I do these supers and I know everyone likes them. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's hard to do my comedy and make people laugh when you feel like you want to cry. Do you understand? When you feel like I'm still in shock, man. And regardless of all the hate I'm getting and the people saying this and that, that is what it is, man. But I do feel sympathetic to Rascal's plight, man, of death, and it hurts, man. And I don't know if it's affected Jay Hands. I know Renegade Media was close to him to some degree, whether they were still close or not at the end there. I don't know, man. I don't know their business, but I do know what I was told. And I know that they did have a friendship at some point, right? So I'm sure it's affected him as well. I'm sure he shed his tear. I'm sure he's looked at himself in the mirror and said, wow, man, anyone could go at any time. And maybe that self-reflection, and maybe that is the reason why Jay Hands has decided, man, to step away from YouTube. Now, I've said this in the past. I felt like stepping away from YouTube, or maybe I should, or maybe I shouldn't. I was very conflicted with myself. And I came to the understanding that what I'm doing here has made an impact on a lot of lives. There's a lot of people that appreciate my comedy, gets them through the day and makes them smile when they're having a bad day. So I'm going to continue my struggle because not only am I cementing a legacy for my family, and every video that is recorded, they can always go back and watch me. And that's one good thing, like with Rascal that passed, his family will always be able to go back and watch him and see him smile and see him laugh. And that's a great thing, man. That's a good thing about social media. Once it's out there, it's out there. But also on the flip side, you have to remember everything you say, once it's out there, it's out there. And there are people that feel some type of way. Now, when I seen this video of Jay Hands, and I didn't show you the video, man, because I didn't want to show his child, right? I did not want to show his kid, but he's holding his son, and he looks the happiest he's ever been, the most mellow and most calm. Every time I see Renegade Media do these videos or these little shorts that he does on Instagram and TikTok, and he's letting people know about the video he's going to be dropping, there's always gang members in the back. It's always the focus on the negative, right? This is the very first one that I actually came across where it was a lot of positivity, and I got to see the man for who he truly is, rather than just a content creator that's controversial and always talking about gangs and things like that. I got to see the man with his child, and I gained a lot of respect for the way he was interacting, for the focus that he had on his kid, and for the decisions he's making. Content creators, man, we do a lot of work. We put in work. Regardless if you like our content or not, regardless if you agree with everything we say, it takes a man to go in front of a camera, right? To show everybody his face and let everyone know exactly how he feels, whether you agree with it or not. The cool part is there's a lot of people in this world that can't agree to disagree. They feel some type of way or they don't. And you have the rights to feel however you feel. But the threatening manner that some people display in the comments and things that people say can get under people's skin after a while. They just make bad situations worse, and you always have to be of the understanding when you're a content creator or anyone that's on social media. If someone doesn't agree with what you say, they got the ace in the hole. They know what you look like. They know where you're at, where you're from. They know how you move. They know your personality, and you won't see them coming because you don't know what they look like. They could be just walking down the street and say, hey, what's up? And then boom, it's over that quick. So you always have to stay aware. You have to use whatever skills you have of awareness and apply them daily. And it becomes a burden. It becomes tiring, But you have to understand that every man will suffer the repercussions for what they've said. I myself have grasped that reality and understand. I think if Jay Hands would have displayed a little bit more of this quality of a father and being lighthearted and being the way that I seen him on that video, I think that I would have tried to reach out more and been like, hey, bro, if you need anything, I got you. I seen him as someone who decided to go into competition with me or to try to belittle what I was doing. And I know two wrongs don't make a right. And so I got angry. I got upset with it. There was no hatred or envy involved because I'm doing what I do. I'm Gunners Collective. I'm always going to be here. I'm always going to rock, right? But it was more so like, how dare this guy, the audacity of him to compete with me when I'm not into the competition stuff. I'm not into that. And especially when it's someone that you've actually had conversations with in the past and thought it was all good, right? So yeah, I felt more kind of shocked at the reasoning behind it, but I understood, man. I understood the old lion got to get out of the way for the new lion, right? And that's cool. And I respect it, man. Do your thing. Anybody, do your thing, man. This is not a competition. This is not a monopoly. This is not any of that. This is content creators telling their stories, doing what they do, and I respect everybody doing it. I might not get along with everyone. I might not agree with everyone, but I respect it. And Jay Hands, man, the humanity he showed right there, you know, the fatherhood. Because look, we've all been from the barrio and the hood, right? Some of us are from a brotherhood. Some of us are from a barrio and a hood. And then some of us are from fatherhood. Okay. And that's what I'm representing, you know, as a single father. It's hard, man. It's hard getting up every single morning, 5 a.m, getting my kid ready, taking her to school, coming back, getting the other one ready, doing that. You know what I'm saying? Doubling back, even participating with my nieces and nephews, like, and then getting to this content and then getting to go into the shop and doing what I got to do for a few hours. And then it's a lot of work, right? And I understand it's nobody's, hey, look, ain't nobody telling me to do this. This is something I choose to do on my own, right? For my reasonings. But I understand that it's the same for everyone else. It might not be the same life. You might have different things going on early in the morning. But I know that dude Jay Hands works, man. I know he tries to take care of his responsibilities and his family. And I'm actually happy, man, that he's getting to spend more time with his child. You know, as he expressed in that video, man, he's getting a little bit more time with his child every morning, man. And there ain't nothing like being a father and feeding your kid and paying your kid's bills. Man, it's just, there's no experience like it. When I was gangbanging, when I was in the mix, man, I used to love the Norte. I used to love banging on enemies. I used to love going out there, jumping out of whips with all the chicks looking at me. I used to love being and participating in all that. But I'll tell you, you could take all that, every experience, ball it up in one, and it don't compare ever to changing my kid's diaper. Like, as long as my kid is comfortable and happy, that kills everything. That kills all that noise. That's just how I feel. So if Jay decides that he does want to step away from YouTube, that's his prerogative, like a Bobby Brown song. But I'm sure he'll be missed. He has a lot of supporters that watch him. There's a lot of supporters that enjoy his content. Because let's be honest here, man. Even though I don't tend to agree with every single thing, I can't knock the hustle and I can't knock the fact that that dude is consistent, right? I've always say stay consistent and you'll blow up or you'll get everything you want. He did. You know, he showed a lot of people that his vision of what he believes in is his. You know, does everyone have to agree with it? No. There's so many people that hate me and don't agree with me and don't like me for whatever their reasons are because of what other people said, or they just don't like me on face value. And they think they know me because of the content of my character that I display right here on social media. But I can tell you right now, man, don't get the game twisted. I am nothing like you think in real life. In high definition, it's different. You ever notice that? You're watching something that's all grainy, like, damn, this sucks. And then as soon as you get the high definition TV, oh, I like this. High definition is much different. I'm reverse. You like the grainy, you won't like the high definition. But I gained some respect, man, a whole lot for Jay Hands. And I've never disliked him, man, regardless of what people think. I've said some things and he said some things. You know, there's a lot of people that say, hey, he doesn't even pay attention to you, Gun. He doesn't even respond. And that's because he's smart enough to respond behind the scenes, to say things. You know, I think I got under his skin a little bit the other day when he made a video and he called me a lame and all this and that. And at the end of the day, man, he has my number, my email. I have his, unless he's changed it, right? I haven't changed mine, and he could tap in and we could converse and figure that out. Figure that meet up, you know, if it has to go that route, out. But as far as him being a father and stepping away from YouTube because he wants to pay more attention to his kids, I could say this, Jay, you're going to do what you want to do as a man. Here's a PSA, right? Shh, don't tell nobody. But never stop what you've started without ending it the way you intended, right? There's some games, some knowledge you can't get in college. You know, I've been in situations where and just this past week, man, like I said, I wasn't really motivated to do content because I was mourning the passing of Rascal, man. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. And regardless of whatever you fuckers think that have made all these fucking crazy videos talking shit about me, talking about Rascal didn't like me, or that back in the past we beefed. I don't know how many different times I have to flip it and tell you that we did used to beef. We did not like each other. It was being fueled by other people motivating that hatred towards each other. There was people in my ear telling me, hey, he was talking shit. There was people in his ear talking about I was talking shit. And then, you know, it got to the point where we took it to YouTube and we said things back and forth. It wasn't just me. It was him. It was him. It was me. And then we got on that phone. And let me tell you, the first few conversations weren't like people think. Okay, it was kind of like we were standing our ground as men. Hey, bro, you say this, I say that, whatever. You know what I mean? And then eventually over time, things changed. I think Rascal, you know, for whatever reason, man, he was the bigger man in the situation. Was like, you know what? I don't know why I'm tripping off this dude, man. I don't even know him. And he got at me. He reached out to me, and I agreed. Yeah, bro. If you would give me time to get to know me, man, and you would give me time to get to know you, I'm sure we'd be on a different page. And we were, man. And I appreciate that to God, man, that we were. Because that's someone who passed, man, and I was able to get to know him and know him a little bit better than others, man. And so it affected me. It affected me, but I'm back on the grind, man. I'm back here. I'm back to creating content and smiles for people. And that's just what it is, man. I got to understand that man is no longer here, but his legacy will continue forever. Now, as far as if you listen, Jahan said that something happened that made him think twice, right? Let's listen to the video one more time, man, because I want to break something down real quick.
Just want to let you guys know, man, my YouTube career is coming over soon. It's going to be done. Had a reality check yesterday. Seen a couple of things, man. All I want to do is spend time with this fool and just watch him grow. Spent too much time on social media. I will post on my other social medias, but YouTube has taken up too much of my time, man. And I just want to be around this kid. You know what I mean? I love this boy, and I really need to start being more of a dad and spending way more time with them, making more memories with them, because, you know, we can all pass away soon. Life's short, and I just want to play with this boy. I get to babysit him every morning now, and it's cool. I get to spend time with them now. We're having fun. We're going to eat some noodles.
Yeah.
Noodles?
Yeah.
All right, tell everybody bye. I love you guys, bro. And I'm gonna start being a dad a hell of a lot more, man. So
Bye.
my YouTube career is gonna be over pretty soon, man.
Bye.
And maybe in about a month. Bye. Tell everybody bye.
Bye.
As you heard right there, man, that his kid's cute, huh? Bye. A reality check, right? Some type of reality check. And again, man, people are going to jump to conclusions and think that someone checked them or punked them or something tragic happened. No, sometimes, you know, you just snap into reality. You realize, like, man, are some of the things that you're doing worth it? When you look into your children's eyes and you realize, man, what would they do without you? You know, what would you do without them? You know, and here's something I want to say. It's besides the point, but I was about to say Rascal is on my mind, right? Jay, if you don't stop giving that kid noodles, bro, this ain't the pinta. I understand, man. My kids love top ramen too. I got respect for this guy, the way his interaction is with his kid. His kid obviously loves him, man, and he doesn't deserve the hatred that he gets. I understand he's controversial. Some of the things he says, like I said, are very controversial, and sometimes I think idiotic, man. And I say that because when you do have a family, even myself, some of the things I've said in the past, I'm like, man, why did I say that? But there's no takebacks. You know, there's no going backwards. You can only move forward. So, you know, I'm just happy that he's getting the interaction with his child. I know it's none of my business, but at the end of the day, I'm going to make it my business because content creation is what I do. And I sincerely hope, man, that he makes the right decision and whatever works out best for him. But will he be missed by all his supporters? I'm sure, if he chooses to do this. But don't get it twisted. This isn't in concrete, man. People say it all the time. Hey, I'm going to take a step back. Remember, American Cholo said, I'm going to take a step back, and then he took a step forward, and then took a step back. Like, it weighs heavy on your shoulders, man. You know, it's not easy being a YouTuber. That's just the facts. Especially when you get as much hatred as someone like myself or Dubs or even Jay gets, right? You get a lot of hatred, and it's like it's coming from every different angle, and it makes you feel like, man, you know, but you always have to realize there's more love than hate out there in this world. And that's just a fact. Anyways, with that being said, I wanted to put that out there. Do you guys think that Jay's going to really quit YouTube? Or do you think he's just putting it out there for sympathetic reasons? Whatever, you got my sympathy, bro. Your child won the show, stole the show, man. And being a good father, homie, is what it's all about. And you're not going to hear me disrespect this man whatsoever at all, because I realize, man, he's more than just a content creator. He's a father. This video is sponsored by Barrio Liquors out there in Turlock, California. If you're ever in the area of the 209 Turlock, make sure you tap into the Barrio. I appreciate you, and I respect everything. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. I'm going to continue to strive, struggle, and strive for what I truly believe in. That's the betterment of all people. The gun.